Hello, welcome back. Right, as you can see from the title, this is going to be a comparison of Super Hang-On for the Commodore 64, Amstrad CPC and the ZX Spectrum. It was released, all those three versions were released by Electric Dreams in 1986, I think, based on the Sega arcade game, the classic arcade game. It's just a look to see what the differences and similarities are, etc., and to have a discussion about our memories of whatever version. Now, I've never played the Commodore 64 or Amstrad versions until today. I did have the Spectrum version back in the day. Now, the reason I'm doing this on the webcam as opposed to the phone is I could not get any of the Spectrum versions I could find to download into my Plus 2, so I had to go and use Spectaculator. So apologies for that. I like to try and use the real machines wherever possible. It just wasn't possible today. I couldn't get it to load on the Specky. Anyway, here goes. Hello, welcome back. Right, okay. First things first. Let's get the Commodore 64 version of Super Hang-On going. All three of these versions you're going to see were released by Electric Dreams. It is, of course, a conversion of the famous Sega arcade game from about 1986, I think. Again, please just shout up your memories, etc., of this particular game if you had it on this machine. Now, up until today, I've never played this on either the Amstrad or the Commodore 64. So let's just get into it. Right, like Outrun, you get to choose your soundtrack, which is pretty good. So let's have, I don't know, let's have Dirt Track and see how we get on with this. Okay. So it's, you know, the graphics are quite sort of blocky, and that once you reach 280 miles an hour, if you press your boost button, i.e. the fire button, you get that horrible dentist's drill sort of type noise. The graphics in this, the roadside graphics and the road and the sort of characters are quite messy, as you can see, and it's not a particularly sort of inspiring game. The music, although it's good, it doesn't seem to fit the game. It's like it could have come from sort of any game. Now, I don't know how accurate a representation of the arcade game music it may have been. I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you. But if you were a Commodore 64 owner back in the day and you had this game, what did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you loathe it? Or what? Oh, I took my hand off the joystick there. Ha ha! Woo, ooh, insert entendres here. Oh dear, but there's a little bit of messiness at the top there. You see, when you appear to be going over a hill, the road seems to go into the sky. Let's see if we can see that again at some point. Now, I've got to get to the next checkpoint. I haven't got very long to do this in. Oh, I've just about done it. So yeah, it's not as bad as the Commodore's version of Wreck Le Mans or Chase HQ by any stretch of the imagination. It's just quite uninspiring. And it is a bit ugly. But then so am I. Ha! Oh dear. That noise is just horrifying. Listen. Oh! Ah! There's not even much of a sort of like sense of speed either. Whoa! Now we're kind of driving through mudland by the look of things. Oof. Ouch. Oh. You get a wiggle on, sunshine. Ah. No, there's not much that's going to make me come back to this game, I'm afraid. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Quite a messy looking game. Oh dear. Right, it's just about to be time up. There we go. Game over. Right, that was a quick go of the Commodore 64 version of that. Yeah, shout up with your memories. Right, let's move on to the Amstrad. Hello, Amstrad owners. Right, your turn to see what your particular version of Super Hang-On is like. Just seen a very disappointing Commodore 60. Well, I think it's very disappointing Commodore 64 version. So let's see how this one fares up. Again, if you are familiar with the game in any way, shape, or form, I'd be glad to hear of your experiences with it. Here we go. We've got a loading screen just about to come up for the game. It's not a bad loading screen. Quite decent, actually. It's probably zoomed in a bit too much there, but never mind. Right, okay, so I just want to come out slightly on there. And, right. Now this tune that's going to play is a bit ear grating, as you can hear. Yeah, and you have to wait for it to play out, basically. Which takes a while. Oh! Makes me shudder, that does. Right, so I've got a bit of shininess going on there on the screen. So let's get into it. Press space to start. And here we go. This is the Amstrad CPC version of Super Hang-On. And as you can see, it's not too bad compared to the Commodore 64 version. It's actually much more detailed in terms of, you know, the character models are smoother. The game appears to be running smoother. The roadside objects and basically other stuff throughout the game appear more clearly defined. That engine noise is bloody annoying, and now I'm sort of like pressing the boost button, but all I'm really getting is the drone is increasing. You can see just about make out the light on the back of the bike flashes. Now I don't know why they've just kept that black and white in the Amstrad version, because I'm pretty sure in the Spectrum version that is multicoloured. In fact, I think the whole rider and bike are different coloured on the sort of Spectrum game. I sort of lost my way a bit there. Now it is of course a time trial game, and it's moving fairly well, sort of like the Amstrad's conversions of Enduro Racer and WEC Le Mans. I know it's a bit cliched, but it does appear to be just a sort of copy of the Spectrum version. I can't tell you if it's running slightly slower than the Specky version, because it's been so long since I played that one, which is of course coming up next. But yeah, I mean it's not bad. I mean the Amstrad of course is capable of decent racing games, driving games. If you've ever played its fantastic conversion of Chase HQ, you'll know what I mean. There's nothing particularly wrong with Super Hang-On. It's just a bit dull, I think, really. So what other systems did it come out on? I'm not sure if it was Super Hang-On or Hang-On was out on the Sega Master System, and I'm not sure what else. I'm presuming your usual suspects, Amiga, Atari ST, whatnot, those kind of bods. Oh look, just went into tomato soup land there. Let's see if give that one more go before we move on to the Spectrum. So yeah, it's an improvement over the Commodore 64 version. It's cleaner looking. There don't seem to be the problems with the track appearing to disappear off the end of the screen, where it kind of looked like it was jumping up into the sky. Right, so you see what I mean? I've got the boost going there, and nothing. Oh yeah, twat in front of me just pulled right across me. But this is not is not bad at all. Look, there you go. Just the light's supposed to be flashing there to show that I'm in turbo mode or boost mode, and that sort of creeping increment is yeah, ear splitting. Oh god. Oh right, thank god I crashed actually there. Now am I going to get to the next extended play point? We can see. Yes, I did. Oh yeah, the engine noise is an annoyance. I've got the boost going up there. Oh Jesus Christ. Okay, you've made your point, mate. Thank God again that I crashed. See, can I get to Tomato Soup Land? Come on, Baz, you're nearly there. Oh, are you? I don't know. I can't tell if I'm nearly there. Oh! Come on. Oh, that was close. No, I'm not sure I like this colour scheme at all. Right, I'm going to leave that there and say that was the Amstrad's version of Chase. No, it wasn't. Super Hang On. Let's move on to the Specky. Hello, welcome back. Right, okay. As I said in the intro, let's just get this the right wait there. I couldn't get any of the versions of Super Hang On I could find for the Spectrum to load, so I'm having to go through Spectaculator. So please do bear with me whilst I get this going. So I shall just put that on full screen and then bring the game up. Oh, Spectaculator cannot open. Oh right, okay, yeah, there we go. Now we've just seen the Amstrad version, which was okay, the Commodore 64 version, which was disappointing. This is the Spectrum version, which I know from years back. Now the version that I've got here in Spectaculator, I don't seem to be able to check or change the stage I'm on, so it started me on Asia, which is kind of one of the medium expertise games. But anyway, let's have a go. Q, A, O, P and space. Again, if you are aware of anything, if you have any memories of this, let me know. Now, like I said, I had this back in the day, and I used to get a fair bit of play out of it. I used to fairly enjoy it. It's not one that I've revisited for some time though. You can see the difference from the Amstrad version is there's kind of like a speech marks full colour main rider sprite there. Not much in the way of sound is going on at all, apart from again an irritating sort of beeper engine noise. Oh, this is really, I should have done something to the sensitivity really on that main menu. Come on, round you go. Now, so again, yeah, what are your memories of this? Oh, I'm going to run out of time pretty spectacularly soon. Yeah, not great there. For some reason I managed to get on the high score table though. So let's just, we don't want high, let's try low sensitivity, see if that does anything for us. Now I can't remember what attribute inks does, so let's turn that off. I wonder if that makes it more or less identical to the Amstrad version. We can have a look. Let's see. No, it doesn't. Oh yeah, the sensitivity is a bit better now. He said, whoa! Oh dear, that nearly went bent big time. Oh, get out of the way, you clowns. Come on, a lot of you. Ah! Come on. One more go. You can sort of see it's slightly quicker than the Amstrad version, I think. Let's see if I can at least get to a checkpoint. I very much fucking doubt it, doing stuff like that. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, I mean, you just knocked me into that. Now, there's been some great motorcycle racing games for the 8-bit computers. Speed Kings 2. I was playing Super Cycle the other day on the C64. That seemed really good. Full Throttle, of course. Enduro Racer. Wheelie. Kickstart. Come on. No, it's not going to happen. Oh, well. Can't say I didn't try. Can't say I did not try. Because I did. Get out of the sodding way. Well, that was it. A really crap attempt at Super Hang-On on the Spectrum. Okay, let's just get that down to medium screen or whatever it is you call it there on Spectaculator. Right, so, yep, let's exit that. Okay. Let's go to the outro. Okay, so there we go. 3 different versions of it. I'm interested to hear your thoughts and see what you thought was good and bad about any of those versions, together with your memories, if you're a fan of the genre, what particular games that you liked, particularly in the arcades as well. By all means, shout up with your favourite memories of arcade races. It would be wonderful to hear them. The Commodore 64 version I wasn't very enthused by. I think you could tell. The graphics were not great. It didn't move particularly well. The colours were strange. And the sound, the music, although the music was good, it did not seem to fit that game. I don't know whether or not it was an accurate representation of whatever appeared in the arcade version. I don't know. The Amstrad version, yeah, that was pretty good. Nice, clear, sort of like detailed graphics, monochrome only, which is a bit of a shame. Would have been nice if they could have Amstradified them, if you know what I mean. And the Spectrum version was what it was. I couldn't show you an awful lot about it because I couldn't select the stage. I just seemed to be stuck on the Asian stage, which mocked me time and time again, as you could see. But I used to play that quite a bit back in the day and remember getting some enjoyment out of it. So, thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please let me know. If you wish to subscribe, please do so. But if you do subscribe, please take the time to join in with the discussion in the comments down below, because that's what it's all about. Thank you ever so much for watching. Take care. Goodbye.